Hello and welcome to part 83 of my amazing cultivation simulator run in which I'm trying to conquer the sects by around day 200 on Tribulation 9 difficulty using 2 Nimbus disciples and a formation with 6 other Shendao disciples. In the previous episode, I did some setup for my Shendao's Divine Realm and I got to the point where I'm now ready to add guards to them. I added the altar of guards. So yeah, I'm just going to promote these guards and all that good stuff. And in the meantime, I have my 2 Nimbus disciples adding Subspirit gear. I kind of neglected them a little bit in the last parts of the last run, so we kind of slowed down, but we're just going to continue to add more Subsphere gear and attach them so that we can reduce their attainment. And we're mostly looking to do that for this guy since he's at 50 Yang attainment, so we got 10 more Subspheres to go to reduce, or 11 or 12 or something like that. So yeah, let's continue with that and not forget about it this time. So this guy can do... Oh, he already has Echoing Chant. Actually, maybe I clicked on the wrong disciple. I'm going to do Red Cloud and Blue Cloud. So let's do that. Echoing Chant and... Oh gosh, excuse me. Store Ultima for this one. And then this guy is making a nice little Sub-Spirit gear set. We put Control Chant on the robe. So the next thing that I want to do is check my notes. See what else I want to add. So this is just 1/2. And I want to put... I did Sword Control 2 and 3 already. So this is done. So I'll do Killing Intent on the shirt. Maybe not the shirt, because it has to be the Shroud clothes, right? Depending on which Shendao disciple I'm making it for. So yeah, I guess I could make it this for the other one. So this one is a female. And this one is a male. So let's just say that this set is for Blue Cloud then. So let's do what we were thinking about for the shirt. Killing Intent 2. And then let's just double check, because I think this is for Blue Cloud. So we got Sword Control. We don't have Killing Intent, do we? Let me just see. Can I search up like Sword Control? No. I wish I could. Let's try this. Sometimes this search can be better. Nope. Alright, so I just have to just check everything. So I have Sword Control, Astral Flare, Inferno Form. Nothing on any of this. Grand Chariot Ultimate. And then Inferno Form, Astral Flare, Grand Chariot Ultimate, Sword Control. Okay, yeah, so I do want to put Killing Intent on there. Or at least I could, and it wouldn't be any problem. So let's do Artifacts Related, Manual. Oh, there's 2 Killing Intent. Oh, never mind. This is Killing Intent 1, and then this is Killing Intent 2. So this is a level 5 one. Alright, so let's do that. Killing Intent. Level 2. And then we'll do Self Sword and Sword Ultimate and all that good stuff. Or Sword Ultimate 2. Alright, so these guys are going to the manual pavilion. This guy is going to craft soon. So we can go back to our Shendao disciples now. Alright, so yeah, in the last video I ended off with using the ancient scrolls to add the altar of promoting my guards, altar of investiture. I don't know. But I used the descummer so that I can just pick whichever building I wanted to do, because I didn't feel like going through the gotcha and just save scumming and all of that good stuff to make sure that I got the right building, because that's just annoying. So now I'm just ready to promote. So as mentioned before, I like to have 2 Dark Mountain Guardians and 2 Dark Mountain Guardians and then the rest Nether. So I just have to add 1 more Dark Mountain Guardian and then I'll be good. So let's do this. So let's ascend. We can just pick our core followers. And we have the option to pick from all of these. Usually for Nether, you just want to do Dark Mountain Guardian or Nether Judge. Well, most of the time you just want to do all Nether Judge, but I specifically like to have 2 Dark Mountain Guardians. So that's just a me thing, but most people recommend that you just do all Nether Judges. And then if you're doing them for combat, like I did for my early Shendao Disciple, where I had Shendao Disciple do the Day 80 invasion, I had to do like a mix between like black and white judges because they do give artifact power, even though it's not that much. It's enough to beat the Day 80 invasion. So I was able to figure that one out, which was pretty crazy. But anyways, we're going to go with 1 Dark Mountain Guardian. So now we have one more guard. This core follower is now a guard. And then we're gonna just do another judge for the rest of these guys. So we're gonna just increase our total max chi by a bunch with another judge. And this is what makes them really good for the formations. And the Dark Mountain Guardian just increases their defenses, which helps out too. Let's promote Shu. Okay, now let's go to Shendao 2. Do the same thing. Send. Get that one Dark Mountain Guardian. And all of the other judges. Yeah, this is going to be a lot. I think this is my first time farming all core followers on all of the Shendao. Usually I just go for the Sacred Relic, which doesn't require core followers. Alright, now Shendao 3. I don't know, I've done so much that I just forget. Dark Mountain Guardian. Another judge. Another judge. Another judge. Another judge. And guess what? Another judge. Never judge another judge. Never judge one for picking nether judges, because nether judges are never judged and they should never be judged. They should be judged greatly. Never have I ever nether judged another judge. Nether. You see where I'm going with that? It's like a beautiful concoction of words. Okay, let's confirm this. Another judge. There we go. Alright, now we're on Shendao 5. It is moving quickly. Give us that beautiful barrier power. Another judge. A Dark Mountain Guardian and another judge walk into a room. Okay. Another judge. Alright, so we got one more to go. Dark Mountain Guardian for you. Another judge. Almost done. Okay. And boom. Alright, so now that that is complete, I can now actually add these cards into my build. Alright, so this guy has everything that they need, and yeah. Let me first work on the first guard's temple, because I know I have this. I do kind of want to do it in like very meticulous order. I know we have the ferryman, so I kind of want to do that too. So let's remove this. Alright, let's just make the first one the first Dark Mountain Guardian, and then I'll make the rest of them like in order. So let's just get that out the way first. Okay, yeah, this is Dark Mountain Guardian. This one is a ferryman. So let's make this one the Dark Mountain Guardian. Oh, he must have both equipped. Oh, he does. Alright, I'll take it. Sadly, I think I'll just have to freestyle it for these guys, because I didn't set them up in a way that they're like all exactly alike. That's a me problem. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off and just upgrade it and just keep adding more guards temples. I think I need like 20. As long as I turn them off and upgrade them, then I'll be okay. I don't need any more population. Okay. Upgrade. Let's turn that off. You see where I'm going? Like, because I'm upgrading this, it's increasing my population, but I'm never going above how much I can hold. So then when I turn this off, I can just keep adding another one and another one. And then I can just turn them all back on at the same time. That's the beauty of overclocking. You don't have to worry about the divine realm. You just have to worry about tribulations, which are nothing. So we got that. And then I think I need to remove one of these for the generality residence because this is going to give me like more room, right? So that's going to be like perfect. Gives me like 250,000. So that means that I don't need to use these buildings. Temple of Guard. As you can see, we're running out of belief too. We only have 560 million. I forgot how much we started off with. Okay. And there you have it, folks. We have a full divine realm, which is pretty much impossible to do without overclocking. So let's do this again for this guy. The show must go on. Tip of guard. I wonder if he has one of those residences. Yeah, he does. Alright, so I need to add this on this ring, so let's see. Oh, that's not the one that I was thinking about. I was thinking about the generality residence. Alright, whatever. Temple of Miracles, let's put you back there. Sorry about that, my friend. Thought I had something else. Alright, so it might be better to just do tempo guards first and then turn them off whenever I can. It just feels better for my brain. It's a lot of clicking. Alright, so I added tempo guard, so I'll just stop them and then upgrade them. Yeah, that's way better feeling. Best thing is I only need to do this once. Stop and upgrade. Stop and upgrade. Mm-hmm. This is making so that upgrading is not taking up any capacity. Stop this. This guy has 63 seconds to beef up. That's the best thing about Shendao is that you can kind of, well, you can do it in frozen time. You don't have to worry about that. You can just mess with your divine realm and it doesn't take any time. Okay. Let's add all of these bad boys to the divine realm. I'm probably gonna need to add more, but I'm just doing like what I can for now. Because obviously I'll need to remove some of those buildings. What's up with this spot right here? I think I just clicked on it like 3 times. Alright. Stop and upgrade. Stop and upgrade. Starting to get carpal tunnel. Stop and upgrade. Okay. Then we still have to farm a little bit more session gems so that we can revive our. Well, I guess not right now because the disciple is still making okay, these are divine residences. The disciple is still making sub spirit set, so I still have time. I don't need to do that until I make the next set of items. Right now we're on Sword Ultima. Or not Sword I don't know. I do not know. That's why I don't like doing like the full sub spirit set. It's just very complicated. All right, we're on Shendao 4. It's a lot. guards. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I may need to do another run where I'm just like kind of more chill about it, because right now I'm just overkilling. I feel like we can kill the Sects right now. Stop and upgrade. Because I really just need the Pure Yang Nimbus Disciple. Pure Yang is just for funsies. Stop and upgrade. Okay, just doing more of this. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, I'm dropping stuff. Read this one. Mm-hmm. I may have skipped some for that one, but we'll figure that out later. Kind of stop paying attention. Do more tempo guards. What Shendao is this? Shendao number 5. Only 2 more to go. And then there's still just a little bit more work to do because I still have to turn on everything. Stop and upgrade. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how many I need. I'm just freestyling it for real. Okay. Uh, Alrighty then. On to the last one. Yeah, so this is why I wasn't really too worried about the Shendao because they don't need the mental state boost and I could just do this and it freezes time while I'm doing it, but it's just a lot of work. I was just waiting a little bit because I'm like, okay, these guys still need to create sub-spirits, so I'm like, I probably should get this done, especially since they're starting to accumulate a lot of like obsessions. Oh, this guy's barely out of space. Let's see. He must have something that's really expensive equipped. No, nah. There has to be something that's costing this much. Maybe a guard's temple. I forgot to turn it off or something like that. This is level 1. This is level 4. There's no way. There's no way, bro. No way. Temple of Faith. Let's stop that. Yeah, that looks like it's pretty expensive. I don't care as long as I can get to level 9. Okay. So as long as you have, it doesn't tell me the total. I guess 15,000. It doesn't matter. I don't know. It should be like the total amount, which I'm too lazy to add up. I do have like a calculator in my Excel sheet that can add everything up, but we're not using that right now. Okay. Stop and upgrade. Alrighty then. So we got all of the guards temples on all of the Shendao disciples. We upgraded the guards and all that good stuff. So now it's time to actually put the build in there and hope that we have enough. So we gotta do one more trip around the sun. So let's just start off by looking at this ring. Alright, we're cool on that. I really just want to focus on the guards temples. So this one has a Dark Mountain Guardian. So for this one, let's add, actually I'm gonna do a more clockwise filling. So I'm just gonna go down the list. If it sounds like it's something that can be good, then I'm gonna get it. So this increases artifact power, artifact chi cap, and artifact chi recovery rate. We don't care about that. This one increases mass chi. This is something that we want to take. Then let's go down the list some more. This increases chi sense. Why not? It's not super important because Chanels don't need that, but why not? Spell skill level and spell power, they don't need that. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. No. This increases protect and barrier power, so we definitely want that. And then this one increases artifact. Artifact power and spell power. I guess I can just do this one too, just in case they get into artifact combat, even though they probably won't. I just don't care about the spell. And then they already have this one equipped. This is barrier power, artifact power. It's pretty good. And then this is what I like. This is barrier power and spell power. Black Judge is fine. Yeah. Increase the artifact, chi recovery rate, and all that good stuff. Spell cause. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. It's gonna increase their stats. That's all we're going for is stat increases. Alright, so now we just have our Nether Judge and our Dark Mountain Guardians, which are the main ones. Dark Mountain Guardian, you know what that does, that good barrier power. Nether Judge. Nether Judge. Nether Judge. And Nether Judge. And then Nether Judge. So yeah, if I were to recruit 5 more core followers, then I could fit like 5 more slots for Nether Judges, but in terms of like right now what I have, like this divine realm is stacked. It's pretty much full. Like there's nothing here that's important that we're missing. And yeah. So let me just remove 5 of these. Actually, I need to remove all of them because I don't need them anymore, but I need to keep them so that I can just add more temple guards. These are just going to be the backup temple guards. This is what happens when you're rich. Just got abundance of followers. And I can remove this. Let's demolish it. Let's add more. Stopping that, stopping that, stopping that. I actually just discovered that you can do that. Alright, so now my population is only 251,000, and that's because I have this resident of connection, so I'm going to stop this. So now my total population allowed is 1,000, which is exactly what I want. So yeah, now it's time to pretty much turn on all the guards, but I actually don't want to turn them on. I want to get this guy's population down back down to what it should be, which is that 1,000, because we're obviously overly capped out. It says require 162,000 for everything that we have on, but that's fine. We're not worried about that. I'm just worried about the number of divine residents compared to the controllable population. So there's one more thing that's adding population that I need to remove. Where is it? Where is it? Because we have 100,000. It should be 1,000. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. This adds the controllable pop. This is based on her mental state. Sorry. So this is the thing that dictates um how much like size we have, the amount of like buildings that we have. It says population exceeds the maximum number of residents. So this is our maximum number of residents. Okay, so we're good. So the maximum number of residents is low. And then when I set this guy up with an agency, it's going to bring his population down to his maximum number of residents. So I'm going to set him up. And then same thing with Shendao 2 and Shendao 3. So yeah, just more of the same, more of the same. Let's find the guards temple, wherever that may be. Okay, I guess we don't have an extra one over here, so let's just start over here. Yeah. All right, so this is artifact skill level. Let me see if there's anything I don't want, honestly, because then I could think less about it. Pretty much just anything that can like decrease our stats. Yeah, I think I just want to take everything, and then I want to have 5 extra or more. Or more. Let's just get all of these. And you absolutely cannot do this without overclocking. You cannot take everything like this unless you overclock. Sorry. Gotta do it. Okay. Little black judge, little white judge, little nether judge. Dark Mountain Guardian, my favorite. More nether. Do I have enough space? I think I'm missing space. I need one more. Aww. Alright. There's the other one. Okay. Let's demolish this bad boy. Stop and upgrade. And then I have to do another trip around the sun where I turn everything on for all these guys. Maybe I should just do that now because that would make the most sense. Demolish this. And this is just for the future in case I want to have more guards or more core followers. Let me see. Can I do this if I... Ah, what a waste of money. Okay. That was depressing. I'm like, what? I don't think I can fully upgrade this because I don't have the... Wait, what? Oh, I have 500,000. How did I get 500,000? Where's the... Oh, this is the mental state thing. All right, so I have some buildings that are adding more population. That oh no no, huh? I'm trying to think. Why is it allowing me to just add more even though I don't have any population? Probably because it could require divine residence. No, is it the controllable? Let me try that again. Oh, it's because I still have these divine residences. I have 501,000 up here. So once I hook them up to the Temple of Miracles, then that's gonna obviously remove. But yeah. Oh, this is a workout. This is a full on workout. All right, so my goal would be to get this guy's population down before he gets a tribulation. So that's why I don't necessarily want to put it on yet. Oh, he's not accumulating any hatred? Okay. Everyone has altar guards. Let's go back and do. I don't know why it does that. Residence. Alright, I'll just keep doing this incrementally. That was just a lot. So now we're on Shendao 3. Let's remove all of this. So pretty much because this guy already has a good amount of population, or at least one of them has a good amount of population, I don't have to worry about it. Alright, I didn't need to remove that either. Guess I can keep this one as like a helper. And the remainder of these can go. And I should be able to just add more guards, temples. Temple guard, temple guard. Temple of Guard. Temple Guard. Nice. Yeah, I can just upgrade it because I still have that population. That's an interesting flow that I don't think I ever really thought about doing it that way. Hmm. There we go. All right, that was way easier. All right, now I can just stop this one. So now we're at 1,000 for Channel 3. So let's make sure Channel 1 is hooked up to this agency. And then I'll put Channel 2 on this agency. And then I'll put Channel 3 on Mount South. All right, so Shendao 3 is struggling. He has 63 seconds. I'm hoping that he can reset his divine residence by then, but if not, it's fine because the beautiful thing about Shendaos is you can hold up. Ooh, I need a stretch after that. The beautiful thing about Shendao disciples is that you can change their stats while they're even doing the tribulation, so nothing's really scary for them. All right, let's go with this. Just demolish everything. We have the people, we're just destroying their homes. And all we need is the people to add the guard temples. This is a military state. And stop and upgrade. Yeah, this guy is even at only 350 million. We started off with what? A good amount. So I would like to get more just in case I do want to make changes to the divine realm. But I don't know. I probably won't need more, but I just like to have a good amount Plus, after I get done with this, I'm probably going to go AFK, so it'll just make sense for me. Just let my game run. Okay, he has 1,000 population. All right, I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out. Let's demolish this. Took me a while to conceptualize it. I'm like, why can't I just keep adding without having the residence? This doesn't make sense to me. Residence. But yeah, this is like the type thing where like the more you play it, the better you get. The more you understand, and then as you stop playing with the Shendao disciples, you'll probably forget about it again, then relearn it and stuff like that. Okay. Here we go. Now for Shendao 6. Looks like he's just examining scroll. Probably don't need to do that. Oh, you already have the generality residence? Wow. So you don't need anything, huh? Alright, let's just do the sacred pavilions and just give them something. I mean, for the pavilions, the only thing that's like super duper important is the one that allows them to get through the chi barrier, right? Because that's like the mainly really good legacy modifier. So let me go to my Shendao, like the thing that shows me everything, and just check through here. You check through my bookmarks. Yeah, so for the Shendao cultivation resource, buildings, I want to go here, right? Let's see. 9 times damage. Attacking an enemy's body. Yeah, this one, Hall of Poison. So this is the one that's like super important because it can just bypass the chi barrier. So if I'm gonna add anything, I would take that one, which is right here. Yep. All right. So Chanel sits. I guess we can just add the Hall of Poison thing right here. Oh, it needs to be ring 4. Wow. So I need to clear an exception for that one. All right, whatever. Let's demolish this. I forgot about that with the legacy modifiers. Well, I didn't forget, but I just wasn't being careful just now. Okay. More Temple of Guards. There we go. I'm gonna name this video like Shendao Madness because this is really what it is. Oh, this guy don't even have them all equipped. Now I have to go back and make sure they all they have all their guards equipped. All right, this guy has all the guards. I didn't include this, but I have free guard space now, so that's fine. Shendao 2. This guy's good. Yeah, I think I stopped on Shendao 2 when I realized that they needed more space. Shendao 3. Yeah, this is about to be all over the place. Getting everything that we can. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not really doing this in a good order, so I'll have to just remove everything or enable everything. Channel 3. This is the main guy though. He needs to get through this tribulation. But I guess they all can do it together. As you can see, I can just pick whatever I want. So he's about to be stacked. And now for Shendao 4. More guards. Yeah, this is a luxury that only an overclocked Shendao disciple can have. Okay, my favorite Dark Mountain Guardian. Pop quiz, what's my favorite guard? The one that gets barrier power. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. We got 2 more to go, and then we have to go around the sun another time. I'll probably save some because that's kind of a big thing. Once I unlock all these guards and turn them on, because that's when we really get to overclocking. I like misclick that one. Mm-hmm. Uh, Good thing is that these guys have pretty good mental state, so I can keep them at like a certain level and they will still be like pretty good. So once I turn off the overclocking, I'll be good. I need to overclock them because they definitely will get a hatred tribulation while they wait for their population to reset. All right, Shendao sits. Put the sprite. I don't like the glare simulate. That's like the simulated glare right there. It's actually is a little bit blinding. So I don't typically do the overhead view. Okay. That was like 5 misclicks in a row, right? When the carpal tunnel settles in. Alright, yeah, this is annoying. Another judge. Another nether. I don't even know where I'm clicking at this point. Ah, okay, I did it. So I messed out all these guys' divine realms, and I can tell because they don't have any more guards to select on their divine realm. So let's just double triple check that. Shendao 2. Yep, all the guards are equipped. Shendao 3, and we still have more than enough space. And Shendao 4 and 5, I already checked Shendao 6. Alright, now that that's done, it's time for me to save my game. And then I'm going to overclock these guys by turning those buildings all the way back on. I don't care that they don't have enough population anymore. They can't fit anymore. We're going to turn these buildings all the way back on so that they can do a tribulation and reduce their total followers so that I can make it so that I can overclock and underclock pretty easily. So this is 3 overclock. So let's do that. And I just can't forget about my other disciples. Alright, looks like Shendao 2 and Shendao 3 are having an issue. Yeah, so they both have belief tribulations because they're about to be stacked up. Alright, so Shendao 1, 2, and 3 are hooked up to an agency, so you don't have to worry about anything. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 hooked up to an agency, so we're pretty much just waiting for them to get their followers reset to 1,000. But in the meantime, they will have to fight tribulation. So now it's time to enable every single building for my Shendao disciples. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to think too much about it, even though I know that I am doing it very overkill, not even a little bit. So let's just add everything. Max these buoys out, and then I'll be more careful about what I do next time around. Wish I could just click on everything. Just more and more clicking. Yeah, this is definitely like an hour occasion. Okay. Turning everything on. So they're going to have all the bonuses from the guards, the things that increase the power of the guards, just everything. As you can see, this will require for my channel to actually have a population requirement of like, was this approaching like 3 million? Which is impossible because the Shendao Disciples max population requirement based on their mental state only goes up to 2 million. So we're at 2.67 million, 2.75 million. And now, I think that was Shendao. Oh, okay, that was Shendao 2. Yeah. So now they have 9 million total max chi, which is crazy. And then let's see how much barrier power they have. 15 barrier power. I don't think they even have the Dark Armor Talisman equipped. Yeah. So now with the Dark Armor Talisman, 62 barrier power. That's what I like to see. So maybe it was a combination of Dark Mountain Guardian and the other guards that I was looking for. So yeah, these guys, they can't die by the Tribulation. The Tribulation are just going to annoy them and me. So that's why I'm going to bring them back down, but not right now. We need them to be strong. Shendaos are OP. And now that I have their Sacred Relic maxed out, I can have them go AFK and accumulate a lot of belief. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Alright, now we're just send out 3. Let's turn all of this on. And then when I'm done with this, I'll have to double check that I didn't turn on any more residences. Just skip over the residence building. It says Hall of Devotion. So yeah, that's why I like 2 Dark Mountain Guardians, because it can get them past like 30 to 60 barrier power, which is like super efficient. That's when it starts to diminish. I'll see. Okay. And that's good too. All right, who is it? Shendao 3? Let's see where we're at. Okay, he's at 14 barrier power. I wonder why. He should technically be at 30. Mm, maybe something's not level 9. Yeah, this level 9 and this level 9. I guess so. Yeah, he's at 14, whatever. And he has the Dark Armor Talisman, so we can equip that. Oh yeah, alright, he's at 16 now. I mean 60 now. Alright, so let's see what happens if I turn off one of the Dark Armor Guardians. Just remove this. So now he's at 51, okay. So it's adding 10 more barrier power in totality. I like 60 though. So maybe it's not super important to have that extra one. Maybe it would be nicer to have that 10 million chi instead, but I like to have two Dark Mountain Guardians. Get from 50 to 60. Even though obviously it's not super duper the best thing in the world. See, I wish I could just do this type of aerial view and do it, but like this is weird. But the glare is just annoying. Let's turn everything on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then after this, we just have Chanel 5 and 6. So again, my goal is to get them to have only 1,000 followers so that they stop accumulating hatred when I turn the buildings off. But I need them to get to the tribulations just because me doing all of this made it so that I can't I can't avoid getting to 100% hatred before I can turn these buildings off because their followers won't reset so quickly. So it's a thin line. All right, Chanel 5, only 2 more to go. I probably need to do 2 tribulation on these because I need to do the detachment tribulation. Um, maybe not the detachment because I do want to make them go AFK. I guess it doesn't really matter. And I also need to do the belief tribulation. I'll start off with the detachment one since that should slow down the belief one, and then I'll do the belief one second. Oh no, not that. That's like the worst thing that can happen, honestly, because then I would have to turn everything back on and off just to fix that. But luckily, I have an abundance of guards, so I can just put that back on. Okay, that wasn't even assigned to anyone. Yeah, I'll just rebuy that when I close everything up again. Actually, I probably won't be able to do that. All right, let's just slap a Temple of Miracles on there and call it a day. All right, whatever. Uh, Too much of a perfectionist for this. Oh my God. Let me just re-add it because it's gonna bother me. It's like this guy just has one gap in their divine realm. So now I have to turn everything back off. Well, not everything, but just enough to fit. Just got to keep going until this population. Well, we're at 1.2 million out of 400,000, so it's crazy. Yeah, no. Because if I reduce their population down to 1,000, I don't think there's a way that I can re-add it. Because I would have to regain the population and all that other stuff. Stop this. What else can I stop? Should just be a guards temple or something like that. Yeah, I have 167,000 extra. Alright, yeah, let's stop this and stop this. Ah, that was annoying. Sorry, guys. I just did like 2S work because of one silly mistake. Alright, let's put this back on. Shout out to the misclicks. Okay. Gotta love Shendao. I mean, we're on day 200 and we already have 6 Shendao disciples. That's pretty overpowered. This formation is about to be juicy. Very juicy. Okay, so all of that is on. And now for Shendao 6. Pray we don't misclick. And remove a guard. That would be tragic. I'm just gonna keep clicking around until I just like find something that I can disable. I mean enable. Too lazy to do it in like perfect order. Yeah, this is working well for me. Okay. Are we there yet? Okay, so now all of my Shendao disciples only have 1,000 population, and they're pretty stacked at this point because they have over 2.5 million worth of stuff. 9 million SG, 60 barrier power on all of them. Let me throw on the Dark Armor Talisman for these guys. This one already has it. This one has it. This one definitely has it. This one has it. This one has it. And this one has it. Alright, so all these guys have 60 barrier power, and this guy somehow has 80. I don't know how that happened. 62, 71. It varies, I guess. Of course, they're losing control of their divine residence. We're waiting for Shendao 1, 2, and 3 to go down to 1,000 divine residence, and then we'll do the same thing for 4, 5, and 6. So let me save and return and start the process of everything. I'm hoping that the divine residence can reset while they're doing a tribulation too. So, this is 4. So overclocked, and then lose residence. All right, now it's time to do tribulation on these guys. Again, I don't really want to do the session tribulation because I want them to go okay. So I just want them to do the hatred tribulation. So let's do this belief tribulation. For Shendao 2, can go over here. Then we have artifacts equipped. I don't think that matters. The artifacts actually should be pretty respectable, right? 22,000 is nothing crazy. Okay, so Shendao 3. Let's do your belief tribulation. We were fighting against that one for a while. Shendao 4. Hopefully they don't just get like insta give by like the one attack. But yeah, these guys should start to get belief tribulations as well. Shendao 4 and 5. Yeah, that's going up. Like that's skyrocketing, you know? Alright, so these guys are done with the manual pavilion, so oh wait, never mind. They're still there. Okay. Mm, let's make sure these guys are good. Off cut. Spells related. Echoing chant. Luckily, this guy only has 2 more sub spirits, so we should be done with him. Artifacts related. Sword ultimate. So this is perfect because I do need to get um more spirits on off cut. I was just gonna do this gear, but ideally I do put sword ultimate on the off cut because the off cut just crafts faster, you know. So it would just save me time. Yeah. All right. So he's gonna get belief tribulation. Yeah. This guy has 200 seconds. These guys are still not down to 1,000 followers. There should be all obsessions that I can take from these guys too. Not Shendao 5. Oh, none of these guys have obsessions? So I may have to just save some for session gems because I do need more. Alright. I just need to add that to the list. So I'm just watching this. Shendao 5. Yeah, these guys are pretty good. 4, 5, and 6. I don't know if their population will reset while they're doing the tribulation. So I'll just watch these two. Yeah, they have like 1 day. Hmm. I may be in a pickle. We'll see. Oh, nice. It reset. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. 1, 2, and 3. So now I can just fist these guys easily. Alright, so now let's set up 4, 5, and 6 to the agencies. So 4. Charity, my friend. Charity. 5. And 6. So now we're just waiting for these guys. And then... yeah. So I can do the belief tribulation on these guys now. I completely forgot about my wood disciple. This is bad. And then this guy can do demigod tribulation. It's a fire type. So if this is water, then this should be what? Jade. Okay, fire enhances Jade, but it shouldn't be that bad, I guess. Only a little bit more damage, right? Alright, so the next step would be making sure that these guys don't get back to 100% hatred as they're doing their tribulation. And they're at 1,000. Wait, I'm hoping that once they finish the tribulation that it actually resets back to 0. So that should be the goal, right? Look at all these beautiful Shendao tribulations and then just the demigod tribulation. Alright, it looks like these guys are done with doing their attachment, so let's do it again. Everything is super cheap. Whoa, Shendao 2 is done. Oh my gosh, I messed up. I gotta do the tribulation again for this guy. Alright, so I need to be way more on point than I was just now, because it did reset, but I missed the window. Okay, 4 and 5 are good. Looks like Shendao 2 is going. Shendao 6. And we're just waiting for. Well, these guys should just naturally have 1,000. Mostly just focus on who's almost done their tribulation. Shendao 1 is done. Oh my gosh. Where you at, Shendao 1? Okay, I messed up on that one too. Unless I skipped over Shendao 1. Let me see, because when I do this, does the hatred reset? Oh, it does reset. So they're just fighting tribulations forever, I guess. Alright, so this isn't going to work if I can't survive the tribulations while not overclocked, I guess. I'm thinking. Because he's getting this from before he started the tribulation. So I need to get them in a position where they can survive the tribulations while they are overclocked. I mean, while they're not overclocked. Which, I mean, shouldn't be that hard. Or at least they shouldn't be overclocked like this hard. Because this, I think this is factoring in. So let me remove like a ton of these things. Alright, we're actually at well more than an hour in, so I'm just going to end this video here and then pick off from where I left off. So in the next video, I'm going to figure out how I can set up my Shendao disciples so that they are they're going to be able to do the tribulation and not be so overclocked that they're gaining like 1,000 hatred per second, so that we can have these guys just like chill out. So pretty much once they lost the divine residence, that's the main thing that I needed. And now I just have to scale them downward so that they can do the tribulation without also accumulating a lot of hatred. So pretty much I just gotta turn off a lot of things and just keep like 2 nether judges on and then 1 dark mountain guardian. They'll be more than fine and do the tribulation. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video later.